Hello everyone, myself Anu Chabra. Today we are going to learn how to grow turmeric, that is haldi. All of you must be knowing that it is a very good to be used as medicine. It has too much of benefits for our body. It can be used as a immunity booster or for the skin treatments also. Many things are there. The benefits are endless. In Ayurveda also many medicines they contain this turmeric. Now as we all know, turmeric is readily available in our the markets, either in this form, the rhizome form, or in the powdered form. So people feel and this is widely used in Indian cuisine. So nobody thinks of growing turmeric because it is too much in consumption and everywhere it is available. But I personally felt that too much adulteration is there in growing turmeric and its processing. So it's very easy crop, you can say, to grow, and we can even you have a small space, little sunlight if it comes, you can easily grow this. Very easy steps. Today I'll be discussing you with how to grow turmeric, and one more video will be making of how to process this turmeric once you have harvested. So keep joining us. So today I'll be showing you now these kind of rhizomes. This is the right time to sow turmeric. When you go to the market, these kind of rhizomes, the turmeric rhizomes, we get it in the market. Okay. So might be they are not what you get in the market, they are not sprouted properly. You just get the rhizomes like what we get, like gingers. Okay, get that rhizome, keep it in a box. You can fill that box with sand or just newspaper only. Just place these rhizome for 10 to 15 days and then keep it in a dark place. After few days you will see that they have started germinating or they have started sprouting. This kind of a thing has come. Okay, so once you see that, then it is the right time to transfer them to any of the smaller tray or pots. Okay, immediately we do not transplant them to a bigger pot. The shoots have to come up really nicely, otherwise what happens, sometimes because of overwatering or rainwater, these rhizomes rot. So best practice is to make them grow till this much height in a smaller pot, and then we'll transplant it in a bigger one. Now what is the pot size we have to take? Minimum 12 to 14 inches the pot should be, and preferably you go for grow bags. Avoid plastic or cemented pot, because what happens when these rhizomes will start having shoots, they tend to grow in all the different directions. Now because this is a grow bag, if something is growing here, it has a space to expand. So that much is better for the rhizomes to get the space. So always prefer to go for grow bags compared to your plastic pots. Now we'll talk about the potting mix. We have taken coco peat, red soil or whichever garden soil is available in your area. This is compost. It can be vermicompost or any other compost what you use. Sand and little bit of neem cakes. Okay, just a handful. All these four should be in equal quantities. You will take, mix it well, and then I have used this as a potting mix. Now whenever you prepare a pot for sowing anything, make sure that 1/3 of that pot should always have a good drainage, that will cover it with the twigs, dry leaves or hay, anything like that. So the lower 1/3 part of my pot I have covered with this, and after that, mixing of all these in equal quantities, I have filled my pot in this mix. Okay, now make sure that whenever you have to transplant these rhizomes in this soil, they should not go too much deep. All these should be minimum 2 to 3 inches. Suppose I have filled the soil till here, the rhizomes should go only till here. If the rhizome will plant it here, then they are not going to germinate properly, and after few months they'll die. So make sure whatever the soil layer is there, 2 to 3 inches down we have to put it. Now suppose I am going to transplant this. Just loosen your soil, make it reverse, tap it from the back, yeah, and with the rhizome make a hole and put it here. The same thing you can do it with this also. Now you see, with one rhizome so many other things are there, different shoots are coming. So in one pot maximum 3 we have to put it. So one I have placed it here, just cover it lightly with the soil. One more I'll smaller one. Now if this I am putting, only one I'll be putting because so many shoots are coming up. You can see from one rhizome. So you cannot have many. So just I'll take a smaller one. Make sure the node is little on the top, or if you feel this is quite small, we can go for anything which has already the shoot has come. So something like this. Clear? Here you can see one more pot which is already ready that I had kept. Okay. So now once you transplant your saplings in the soil, you give it nice watering. Make sure all the rhizomes are covered properly, approximately by 1–1.5 inch with the soil. The rhizome should not be exposed to the sunlight. Now once this is ready, you keep it in semi-indirect sunlight for just a couple of days. After that you can keep it in bright sunlight area because this turmeric, they like good sunlight. Only thing we have to make sure when we prepare a potting mix for any rhizome which is going to grow under the soil should be completely lump free. It should not have any pebbles or stones or any cluster of soil, so that it will be very easy for the rhizomes to spread under the soil. Okay, now we have planted our saplings, we have given water. Now it is the time to shift it to sunlight. We have shifted. About fertilizing, this plant is really hardy, it does not need much fertilizer. So weekly once, just handful of compost. You take this and just spread it on your near to your plant, and every 15 days you can give Jivamrita, which is a very good source for any microbial activities for your soil, and it gives a nice foliage because it's a very good in nitrogen. So any plant, for its foliage it needs nitrogen. So when we give compost and Jivamrita, nice foliage will happen and the plant will start growing. But as this plant is, the more focus of us is growing in the rhizome. The rhizome should be thick enough. So the main concentration of ours should be too much on watering. If you give too much watering, the rhizomes will not be that bigger. They will be very tiny ones and the quality of the rhizome will not be that good. So whenever we start taking care of this plant, initial 1 month, every alternate day will water. Gradually, after second month you can say after 2 days, third month after 3 days. Like this, we have to keep on extending the number of days we have to water this plant. The lesser we water, more the rhizome formation will be there and the quality of the rhizome will be really good. The harvesting period for the turmeric is generally 8 to 10 months, and every time in the month of June, in India especially, in the month of June all these sprouting will happen, and then we can plant it that time. So by the time you can say January end to Feb, somewhere you can harvest it. This plant will reach approximately 3–3.5 feet height. So, and sometimes it bears flowers also, sometimes it not. But the time you feel it has reached approximately 3–3.5 feet, you can just remove little soil and you can see the formation of the rhizomes are really good. Now that is the time this pot should be given water weekly once, because now this is the final month when the harvesting period is going to come. So last month we have to be very careful that once in a week we are giving watering, and these leaves, how much ever care we are giving, these leaves will see gradually they are drying up. So that is the indication that the time has come for harvesting. Once all the leaves dry up, it becomes pale, brownish, and they dry up. That time for 15 days, continuously for 15 days, we will not water this pot at all. And then we will harvest the rhizomes. Why it is done that? Suppose we stop watering, then the upper skin of the turmeric will become thicker only during the last 15 days. If this is not that we'll keep continuing watering, then the skin will be very thin. The quality of the turmeric will not be that good, and all the properties what it has to have, that will not be that much there in the turmeric. So main thing what we have to keep it in mind while growing turmeric, the first thing, the soil should be really good. It should have a very good drainage. Apart from the soil mix, because we are adding sand and other things, the compost is there, everything, it gives a richness and it makes the soil very porous. The lower 1/3 should be filled with all your leaves, twigs and all that, which helps in more drainage. Once you put your rhizome, don't put it too down. It should be just 1 or 2 inches below the upper layer of the soil. Watering sparingly initially, one day, after a gap of 1 day, then till it reaches to weekly once, and good sunlight. This is not a plant which gets affected with any of the pest and all, because itself has too much of microbial, you can say antibacterial properties. So no need to have any such care. But sometimes if you see some mealybugs attack, you can spray soap nut solution, that is good enough. And once it reaches the stage when everything has dried, then we have to just reverse the pot, and we have to take out all the rhizomes and let it dry, and wash it first, because it is inside the soil. So too much of mud will always be cling to the, like this it will be there. So we have to wash it nicely and then just leave it aside for a day. So thank you for joining me. I think everything is clear. Any doubts, you can message me or you can put it in the comment box. Thank you everyone.